Hi, I would like to talk to you for a moment about the dangers of consuming canned foods. I said it, canned foods. If you have followed me for a while, I've always espoused trying your very best to consume your foods in this order. From the garden, number one, your second choice would be frozen, and your third and final choice, or your last choice, should always be canned goods. Third, in that order. Fresh from the garden, number one. And if you have no choice and you can't get the garden type, frozen. And then if you can't get that type for some reason, or those first two types, then canned goods should always be last. And there's a reason for that. Canned goods are full of sodium. And also, contained within the inner lining of a can is the chemical BPA. I'm sure you may have seen it on some plastic products such as bottled water, like this. Bottled water. Most bottles, the plastic bottles, and a lot of your plastic ware, plastic plates, uh, your plastic containers that you store food in, they contain BPA. BPA is an abbreviation for bisphenol A. And bisphenol A is a synthetic version of estrogen, the hormone. Yes. Now, we all know that women produce estrogen as a hormone in their bodies. They definitely do not need any additional estrogen. And nor do they need estrogen that is synthetic and not biologically friendly to them. So that's going to cause some problems in and of itself. And men definitely do not need the synthetic estrogen. Okay? So this estrogen based chemical inside the walls of the canned good is to stop the can from rusting within. But therein lies an issue. It's not healthy for us, the estrogen. Now, someone might ask the question, well, brother teacher, how does it affect us if it's inside the walls of the can? I'm glad you asked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, over a period of time, it begins to break down inside that can. Nothing lasts forever. It begins to break down in the can, inside the walls, and it permeates inside the food that's inside that can. Your green beans, your corn, and what have you. And you're going to end up, guess what? Consuming it. Once you remove it from the can, place it in your pot, warm it up, and then consume it. And it's going to cause some issues later on. So, canned goods should never be your first choice when considering food for your family. It should always be done minimally or as a last result. Try fresh first. And one product that I want to point out as far as canned goods or canned foods is concerned that's going to exacerbate the breaking down process of the BPA in the can is going to be your tomato products. Anything tomato based in a can. All right? Tomatoes in a can. So why does it break down the BPA in the walls of the can so rapidly? Why? Because it's very acidic. Tomatoes are very acidic. And so that acidic or that acid base inside that tomato breaks down the can's integrity internally faster than your other vegetables, such as your green beans and your lima beans and your black beans or what have you, that's in the can. The tomatoes are worse in the can because of the acid base again. So, did you not know that the BPA, bisphenol A, has been linked to various types of cancer? Prostate cancer in men, breast cancer in women, reproductive problems, heart disease, and even diabetes. Yes, it's a fact. What is really odd, what is really amazing to me is how and why the food manufacturers and the industries that produce these food type products continue to feed us chemicals, all for the sake of a profit. I just wanted to throw that footnote in here. Go figure. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm espousing good health as much as you can, and I don't encourage anyone to try to go cold turkey with anything because these habits we learn throughout our lives from a child up into the present. So many of us are not going to be able to quit cold turkey to follow any of these regimens that I have already, and many other people like myself have already expressed to you. So take your time, but be proactive and begin to eliminate some of these things from your diet and replace them with good old fashioned, wholesome, natural, unadulterated, and organic food choices, minus the chemicals. This is Brother Teacher. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. Always think fresh first and processed absolutely last. Yahweh love you, and I love you. So long.